Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. That's it. It is time. 150 plus hours. It's been a hell of a ride. Quite possibly the most enjoyable ride I've ever had in a video game. And we will see, based on this finish, if it truly was or not. I'm ready to roll. I don't know how long this is going to take. It could take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours. Doesn't matter. We're going until it's over tonight. And yeah, sound check and we'll get into it. I sound. This is it, fellas. This is really it. We're feeling great. No allergies to speak of today. Whoops. No allergies to speak of today. And I just inhaled 4 tacos. We're ready. We are so ready. We could not possibly be more ready than we are right now. Isn't that right, my best friend Tulin? But first, I made a discovery off stream. And of course, it's an important one, so I didn't want to get it off stream. Hello there, Light Dragon. If anyone's played this game, you probably know where I'm heading right now. I never even got this in the first game. But once I discovered it, I decided I absolutely need to get it. Doesn't take long, it's just right there. I already lit the torch and everything. Just gotta make sure I properly find the entrance. Which I probably won't. This is the more difficult way to go. I missed it already. We're just gonna have to go the long way. That's not even the long way. Why did I pick this way? The other way is just as close. First bone-headed move of the night. Many more to come. What a typical way for me to start this stream, too. I wanted to start at 6:30. What did I do? I started at like 7 minutes late, as I always do. It wasn't my fault this time, though. Dinner was not ready when I got to my parents' house. Blame them. Just kidding, don't blame them. They made me tacos. Right, here's our entrance. As you can see, I've already been here because I got the Korok. Go on, buddy, give me a boost. Actually, yeah, wait, that was probably for the best. Let's, we need to be careful here because the rot consumes. As in, there's gloom hints in here. I found that out the hard way last time. Not exactly the best spot to fight gloom hands either. So we're gonna go this way. As I said, I already lit the torch. Well, I guess it doesn't stay lit, apparently. Revealing this chest containing Link's classic shield, ladies and gentlemen, the good old Hylian shield, and my god, is that thing OP. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I officially feel like classic Link. We got the Master Sword out. We have his shield. We are officially Link. Although I guess now we kind of look more like Link. But, you know. This is the armor that I powered up, so that's the one we're wearing. As you can tell, we are ready for Ganondorf. Got some strong-ass weapons here. A couple more that I need to fuse still, actually. Got some solid bows here. Shields are... Quantity's not there, but the quality is. And we're ready. I'm up to 15 hearts, we're ready. Before I teleport and talk to Purah and get this thing started, let me find 2 things to fuse to those other swords that I had there. Tends to break easily due to its odd shape. Well, we don't want that. Save that too. Save these in case I need them too. Seems like I have an abundance of these. Silver Luzalfos are pretty easy to come by if you know where to look, so... Drop these 2 on the ground. I don't know how long the path is there, or cutscenes or anything. Like I said, this could really cost me some sleep tonight, but... One way or another, this is getting done. It's that simple. Okay. Well, I'm at it. I know I don't need these anymore. That's weird. See, it glows, I guess. That's weird. Anyway. Let's go talk to Purah. Let's get this show on the road. This is the only goal for tonight. If it ends up being quicker than I expect, then we'll do something else afterwards, depending on how much time is left. But this is the first and only goal for tonight. That's it. Beating the game. The final boss, I should say. That is the only goal for tonight. And I'm hyped for it. I'm fully ready for it. I did everything, plus a couple more extra things that I wanted to do. I believe I don't know what the true ending is, since I haven't been spoiled one bit yet. But I would imagine I have done all the requirements for the true ending. I'd be shocked if I didn't. I mean, you know, it's yeah, this is all we can do now. I did the 4 regions. I got the 5th sage. I did the memories, or the dragon's tears, I should say. We're ready. Have any more pose to spin? No, I probably blew them all. Yeah, I did. That means we're ready. We have arrows, we have bombs, we're well stocked up, we have food. And we still have our pizza. It will be pizza time at some point tonight. I don't know when, but it will be pizza time. We will finally eat the pizza that I cooked like a week ago. Alright, Purah. Let's get on with it. Yes, we did. I guess I should kind of read these instead of going through them. And now we have news about the princess. There's some relief in that at least. Well, I already had the news the first week of the game when I essentially speedrunned the map, plus getting all of the tears, but yeah, you know. It is what it is. It was my choice. So, in the ancient past, Princess Zelda works to restore the decayed Master Sword and return it to your hand, trusting that you would defeat the Demon King in the present day. She did so much all on her own. ... Straight out of the Sonic movie. ... Oh, the Master Sword too, that's main quest stuff, so we got that. We did everything main quest-wise. This has to be the true ending that I'm gonna experience tonight. When were you planning on telling me? Right now, dipshit. And it was found on the head of a white dragon of all places. That's hard to believe, not if you know what I know. However, this was Princess Zelda's wish, one she believed in so strongly that she gave her life to see it through. For us. Okay, so she does know. Thank you for finding the sword, Link. I have to say, you don't really look quite yourself unless you've got the Master Sword at your side. Gee, thanks, I think. Now then, it seems you have all you need. You're prepared to face our enemy. Alright, point me in the right direction. We need to determine where the Demon King is lurking. It seems unlikely he'd still be in Hyrule Castle. I would have found him if he was by now. I can't think of any place he'd be here on the surface. I already know where he's at. I stumbled my way down there. I didn't encounter him, but after a few minutes in, I'm just like, this feels very final boss-like. So I left. That must mean he's in the rot. I would say so. The rot consumes. It gets the best of us, even someone as strong as Ganondorf. The rot consumes. I would say he's probably there.
What?
How did I know that? Okay. You navigated the depths, which are incredibly dangerous and home to all sorts of nasty creatures. Not to mention all the gloom down there. The rot consumes. It must have been a very challenging investigation. And yet you did it. Thank you, Link, so much. It feels like these cutscenes wouldn't happened if, if I didn't get everything. Like, it seems like they kind of threw some Master Sword dialogue in there. It seems they threw some Depths dialogue in there. So I guess I could have gone this far without doing that stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. This won't be my first playthrough of this story. This was a blast. This is going to be like my first 500-hour game on this console, probably. That kid was working tirelessly. I'll make sure to thank her before I drop into the rot.
Yes.
With this, preparations are complete. Now our target is the deepest reaches of the depth beneath Hyrule Castle. Of course, I'll let all the sages know right away when you head to face the Demon King. You're not... Oh, Toolin comes with me!
Check it.
Yeah. Right in the face. You're telling me my best friend Toolin gets to come with me? Oh my god, this is fantastic. Thank you, Joshua. Come here. That's me, I'm the swordsman. I'm in a great mood. Princess Zelda's dead, and now everyone else knows it. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah, you know, the Demon King, not just like, not the Demon King that lives next door, but, you know, the Demon King.
Hey.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're happy, kid. Just remember, all that research could take its toll. Do not let the rot consume you. Ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Oh wait, she said to let her know or something first, right?
Yes. Ah.
Oh, so I just go and then
Check it.
she'll let them know. Okay. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and I am so excited. One thing I'm looking forward to at the end of this is to see where my percentage is, because I did a lot. Like, I did not speedrun this. I took my time and experienced it the exact way I wanted to. Because I knew I would regret it if I didn't. Alright. You ready, buddy? We've been through hell and back over the course of 150 hours. Let's do it. Am I? No, of course I'm not in the right spot. I'm stupid. I dove in the water. Mistake number 2 of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing great. All that dramatic speeching for nothing. Just for me to fudge it all up. Let's make sure I do this correctly. I did it correctly once by accident. There it is. We need to make sure we're in the center here. Yep. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. One last time. I will not let the rot consume me. So... that way? It would appear to be the case. I don't see anything else here. Yep, nothing else. That's the only way to go. That's one thing about the rot. It's, are there collectibles and grindy stuff down there? Yes, but they're staring you right in the face. It's not like you have to go searching for them like a Korok seed or something. So. Oh my. Probably don't even need to battle you. It was at this point right here that felt very final boss-ish. Hi. Let's see, since this is... oh, it's running low on energy, that's great. Well, that's fine. Better now than later. Hylian shield OP. I'm glad I did circle back around and farm some Sundelions on lunch today, because I knew I would be going into the rot, and You know, for obvious reasons. Alright, I got strong bows. I don't know why I'm being conservative here. Although I don't really see a way forward here. Could this just be a random cave? Poolin! Doing what you've been doing for the past 150 hours, buddy. Absolutely killing it. Piss. I think he's stuck back there. Yeah. Okay. I don't really see a way forward here. So I don't think... Maybe there? Maybe there. Yeah, because this is the direction we want to go. Yeah, you stay down there. You have fun. I don't think he was supposed to go down there. That looks pretty glitchy. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus, he teleported. And he just got his health back. The game just, like, course-corrected itself. Not the first time I've seen that. Really? Okay. That's how it's gonna be. Get out of that. Alright, we have arrows. Out the ass, as a matter of fact, so... Nice tag team, Toolin. I love that little guy. Sometime in the near future, I'm gonna get a pet bird and name him Toolin. Yep. What's all the electric stuff down here? Alright, well, let's not waste, These guys are one shot regardless, so... Oh, shit. Snuck up on me. Pardon me for one moment. Oh, this looks spooky as hell. This is great. Oh, that's nice. No. No. Rocket? I don't think this thing has durability. I really don't know. But, you know, me being the paranoid person that I am, I'm not... Piss. No! No! Fuck off. Oh, shut the hell up. How does that even happen? Good thing I stocked up on Sunderlines. Good lord. I mean, I knew there were enemies along the way, but I was not expecting a Linnell. Especially a white-maned Linnell, Jesus. Ass. Alright, these are pretty tight quarters. Good job, Toolin. Now we got some space. Oh, piss off, piss off. What touched me? Hold air? Might as well see what's in this one. Worth it. Whoa. Okay. I will not let the rot consume me. Alright. No more horsing around. We got bows out the ass here. Hmm? The power of a sage cannot reach you. Coolin'? Little buddy? First of all, I thought the sages were coming with me. What's the point of this? I guess I meant to fly through here. Oh boy. I'm gonna build whatever I want here, I guess. They gave me a rocket too. This game knows me. Who was Steve? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the family. And welcome to the immaculate journey that I'm on. Without a doubt, we are taking the cannon here. Hey, hey, how's it going, Steve? What's up? How are you doing today? I think that's right side up. Not up there, we want it on the homing device. I think we want a headlight on here too, if we can. This thing's gonna have a lot on it. I'm doing fantastic. I've played this game for 150 hours, and I finally reached the point where we're coming upon the end of the journey, and I am excited. Oh, nice. Master Sword's power has been restored as well. Alright. I actually built something that might function. That's rare. Alright, maybe I don't want that rocket on there. What's this way, by the way? Oh, not just weapons, it looks like. Yeah. Oh, I'm about to beat the game. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't yet. Yeah, this is the path to the final boss of this game. So far, I haven't encountered anything too spoilery, but I might... Yeah, I might very soon, so yeah, fair warning. I, you know, don't want anything to get ruined for you. Oh boy. What the hell was the point of this? Why did it want me to build a plane? Is that what I think it is? Yeah. Fuck! You leave me alone. No, yeah, absolutely. I fully understand. I appreciate you stopping by, though. But, yeah, believe me, I've been lucky enough to not be spoiled yet. I wouldn't want the same to happen to you. But, again, hey, welcome. Always appreciated. There's plenty of other content on this channel as well, just not for the past 150 hours. But, hey, always appreciated. Oh, this is spooky. Let's just eat some roasted bird thigh for now. Give me that. So the sages were supposed to help me at some point here. Forgotten Foundation. This would be where I was to start the game. It's fine. Trying to preserve the Master Sword because anything could happen coming up here. See, this should finish him. Nice, we got him. like that. Let's do some fusing while we have a minute here. Wrong thing, duh. I'm wondering why it's not working. Let's see, I'll hold that till I get a more useful weapon. No problem, man. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. Omega Strikers is coming up soon, too. I want to try that out. But yeah, I will absolutely let you know how it goes. Save this for as long as I can. The power of sages can't reach me here, that's right. So I need to get creative. Not necessarily creative, just, you know. Use my resources and knowledge of this game to get me through this. Yep, we've been here before. Opening cutscene of the game. Wait, when we were here last time... This stuff was here and we couldn't break it. We can now. I mean, I guess we could have broken it. I don't know why. Why didn't Link just do that then? Is he stupid? So, let's start from the beginning. Obviously, Zelda and Link examined this thoroughly. Yep. And then this happened. Now this is new. The rock consumes, excuse me. This is them facing Ganondorf. That is Zelda with the Master Sword. And that's Zelda becoming a dragon. Imagine if they had been able to see that at the beginning of the game. Zelda would just be like, what the fuck? That's me. Or I don't know how time travel works in this game. Maybe that mural wasn't there. And it changed due to Zelda being sent back, or maybe that's just the way, you know, like an Avengers Endgame thing, you can't change time. Or you could create a branched timeline, which maybe this is splitting up the Zelda timeline again. But that's a different can of worms. We're not going to get into that tonight. Just out of curiosity. I just want to see where this takes me. I'm not actually going to do it, obviously. Essentially back to the surface. Let's Get my shield out. Alright, we've been here. The rot consumes. Not the best time to stand on the wall, Link. Or the ceiling. And this is where all hell broke loose. Imprisoning chamber, yep. I feel like I should do this here, and I still have 7 more of them. Do it. This seems very generic of me to say, but this is straight up Metroid Prime vibes. I will not let the rot consume me. Gloom's Lair. The Rot's Lair, ladies and gentlemen. So, when do the other sages come to help me? Because they haven't joined me yet. Oh boy, the music's getting louder. And I am feeling it. Feels like something important's about to happen. I'm gonna take my bathroom break right now so I don't have to interrupt the moment. Whoops. Splash water in my eye. It's mistake 3 of the stream. Oh, God. Things are about to happen, I think. And I have a rock on my back. I should get an actual weapon out. So, a pounder. What is that? I will not let the rock consume me. The art direction and just the in general style of this game is fantastic. Cutscene. Where are my sage buddies? Tolan! My best buddy Tolan, let's go! Look at him go! Aside from Toolin, how did you all get here? Avengers! Oh my god, what an entrance for my boy Toolin. Oh my goodness. That was magical. I'm so happy that Toolin was the one that led them in. I love that little guy so much. Do we cheese this or just battle it outright? Do we break out the Killdozer? Do we break out the Killdozer? Do we just knock him off the side with this? There's so many possibilities right now. Really? A Killdozer! My goodness, what an entrance for Toolin. Alright, that's enough of that. This feels cheesy. I saved weapons for a reason. Shit. Let's get him, Toolin. Come here, buddy. Let's do it. They're gone. Let's get him, buddy. Let's get everyone involved here. I love all these characters. Reju! Reju! You're up! I need an arrow. You know, Bo! Where's Sidon? It's his turn. It's fine. Still in good shape here. Spawn a little or something. Gibdos. Oh, these things are terrifying. These little creepy crawly dudes. Minoru! Your turn. Alright, we're taking damage. Sorry, Minoru. Reju, I believe you are the most useful for this. Tulin! With the snipe. Come here, buddy. Let's do it. Alright, yeah, we need, Reju in here. Reju! Where the hell are you? Reju! 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 Where the hell is she? Did she take this one off? Jesus, these things are terrifying. Found her, finally. Come here. What else you got for me? We aren't afraid of a bunch of moblins, are we? Tulin and everybody else? I didn't think so. Whoa, whoa! That was Reju, wasn't it? Had to be. Or no, that was Minoru. Minoru's OP as fuck. Sidon, come here. Hey, you keep your hands off of Tulin. Let's get him, buddy. Eat shit. Oh, that didn't really knock him down. That's fine. You did your best, buddy. Oh, look at him go! Good work, fellas. Good work. We will not let the rock consume us.
That gloom, it means but one thing, the Demon King.
Oh my. Oh my. What the hell?
More obstacles in our path, but our foe is mistaken if he thinks this will stop us.
That's right, little buddy.
This time, Link. The rest is up to you.
What? Are they okay? Tooland? I'm just gonna assume he's okay. He has to be okay. It's a Nintendo game. He's not dead. Again, the Metroid Prime vibes here are immaculate. Hmm.
How disappointing.
Absolute silence.
This world should be shrouded in darkness, not bathed in insufferable light. All these weak, peace-loving cowards running rampant. It would have been more satisfying to overcome a worthy foe.
Regardless, I will reshape this world as it was meant to be. I will crush any opposition. I will rule. That is what a king must do.
It's an epic screenshot. I had to get it.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival. And the birth of his new world.
Okay, so he can speed up. Alright, so we're doing heavy damage. I just gotta get better at avoiding his hits. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Master Sword's OP. It's pretty tough to dodge. Rot consumes.
Fall.
Oh yeah. Come on, I want it to be a melee strike that gets them. Oh, God. Oh, he dodged. Oh, jeez. Okay. Take a seat. There's no way there's only one phase of this. That's not how this works.
What a feeling.
A worthy foe?
I'd almost forgotten the thrill of battle. That feeling as blood surges in my veins. I am not even near the limits of my power.
Oh, oh, what is that HP?
Enjoy these final moments. You'll be taking far more than you're on this time.
My goodness. What the fuck?
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Pull in! Let's go!
Show the Demon King who's boss, Link!
Alright. I love you so much, Toolin.
Sorry it took so long, Link.
Let's take it down together, Link.
Yeah, let's do it, friends. Let's do this. Come on. We got this. No need to hold back now. This is what I've been saving him for. That was a terrible aim. Alright. I'm trying to focus on everything else that's going on around me. Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Uh-oh. These attacks are pretty challenging to dodge. I cannot get the timing down to save my life. Either they're challenging or I just suck. Of course, I could just keep cheesing him with this on the little bow. Do they lock on? No. But he can block them sometimes. Oh, that's cheap. Well. Hold on. OBS fucked up. Let's wait for OBS to reconnect. We cannot let OBS ruin this moment. I knew that would happen at an important time. That's just the way this works. Let me make sure we're good. Fucking OBS. Gotta do a sound test mid Ganondorf battle because OBS is dog shit. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. We're in. Good. Just absolutely destroying the epicness of the moment. What a goddamn tragedy. Okay. Sit down, Ganondorf. Ha ha ha. That's what I called him in Super Smash Bros. Melee when I first got that game. I thought I was funny. At the time, it probably was funny. He consumed the rod. Yeah? I'm just gonna cheese you as much as I can, buddy. Sorry. Ooh, that's smarts. Yeah, the, what's it called? The, the Sundelions? Good call on my part. Actually, why am I not using a little bow? They're just objectively better. Actually, if they're in case it's a phase 3, I should save it. Why can't I dodge his attacks? It's like I'm too early every time. Come on, do something again. Come on. Well, not that, but... My Hylian shield is badly damaged. I didn't even know that could happen. What the hell? What the hell? Boy. Bro don't care about arrows anymore. So I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. Slash is difficult to dodge. I gotta get him in the right moments too. This is a much better final boss than Breath of the Wild, by the way. Like, I had that game in my top 3 games of all time, and I almost feel silly for it now. Because that game was lacking a lot. I think it was just the way it made me feel on the first playthrough. But I'm not going to use this moment to shit on... Well, not shit on, but, you know. I didn't realize all the areas that could be improved upon, honestly. Like... Especially with the masterpiece they created here. This boss battle's fantastic. Oh, really? Okay. We can do this. I can do this all day. I could do this all day. Didn't don't dodge that arrow, did you prick? Heartburn? I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time for Dark Beast Ganon. You know I'm more than immortal, Ganon. Oh, he's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it. Isn't he? I have a prediction. Let's see if it comes true. I'll say what I'm thinking in my head afterwards, regardless. It's a long loading time. Okay. I'm just lodged in his damn tooth. Just lodged in his tooth. Zelda! Let's go. Sess, I can't even form words right now, so much is happening. But actually, yeah, I am winning. Oh my god, this is epic. Link, buddy, you brought a knife to a dragon fight. Alright, so how exactly? Am I controlling the dragon, or... how exactly does this work? I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to do here. I'm crawling on Zelda's horn at the moment. Can I do anything with that? No. I feel like I'm supposed to jump off. I see weak points. I definitely see weak points. Looks like those things. I'm gonna assume this is probably the easiest phase of the battle. That's typically how this works. That doesn't appear to be... Or no, that did something. Yeah. Yeah, second phase is pretty challenging. I'm just lucky I came prepared. I'm guessing I can't touch him. Yeah, I figured the rot would consume. Zelda, need to pick up. I can't believe Ganondorf just sacrificed. Like, thank you. I mean, I know why Zelda did it, but like, Ganondorf. I have theories. And I can't properly form all of them until I beat the game. I'm gonna drop off your snout here. I have theories. Mostly dealing with the fact that Nintendo seems to be going drastically different directions with all of their IPs now. Metroid, they ended the main saga with Dread, and they're going to be heading in a completely new direction. Metroids are extinct in everything, at least chronologically. They're heading in a different direction. Because Metroid Prime happens before that. It feels like that's what they're doing with Zelda right now. I mean, if Zelda permanently gave up her body, then she can't reincarnate into another Zelda, like we've had since the beginning in Skyward Sword. Same thing with Ganondorf. The curse, like, he gave up his physical body. He can't reincarnate if he turned himself into a dragon. The mind and body are gone forever. Unless this is some kind of prequel. And not a sequel, like most are led to believe. Why doesn't Demon Dragon just attack the Light Dragon? Is he stupid? Do I have to attack? Oh, okay, I think that area is done now. Yep. Rot consumes, baby. I can't get Toolin's help up here, can I? No. Yeah, I figured. It was worth a shot. God, Toolin had so many cool moments, too. Like, he was like the ringleader. That was awesome. Pick me up. Uber Zelda. Thank you. God, when I saw that arrow come in, I screamed. I love Toolin so much. Oh, Toolin's fine. Him and the other stages got knocked unconscious by Ganondorf, but he showed up and fucked bitches. And by that I mean he showed up as I was overwhelmed with enemies and started launching arrows at them. And then the rest of the stages followed suit. Alright, we can speed this process up a bit here, I think. Well, we actually have to hit the target in order to do that. That should do it. Yep. I know I don't need these anymore, so I can unload them. Zelda, need to pick me up. Thank you. Yeah, Tulin's the man. Or the kid, I should say. I mean, he's only like 10. But he's legitimately one of my favorite characters in video gaming history. And my god, the glow up from Breath of the Wild. Hey, get over here. What are you doing? Yeah, this seems like I don't even know if the Demon King can damage me here, to be honest. Other than make me dizzy right now, which is what he's doing. I mean, I guess he can if he hits me, but that's about it. Like I said, the last phase is always the easiest part. I shouldn't say that. That's probably the opposite case for classic Zelda games. But in this one, it seems to be par for the course. But at least the first two phases were challenging. This one just seems time-consuming unless something changes. Alright, bad angle, I guess. I'll let the rot consume for a little bit here. Let me see. Okay, so he's not climbable either. Good to know. Alright, Zelda redo. I'm still a little confused on Ganondorf's logic for draconification, because he said he wanted to rule this land, and he can't do that without his mind or his body. But I have a theory that they're still somewhat aware of who they are in there. I'm gonna say Minoru had it a little wrong, because Zelda, or the Light Dragon I should say, still knows she has to fight this thing. And this thing still knows to try to kill me. Fucking really? Oh boy. Zelda? Zelda, I'm out of juice! Just kidding, no I'm not, because Link can eat in midair. Come here, Zelda. Alright, here we go. This one's gotta be close to exploding or whatever, right? I would think. What if I didn't have arrows, by the way? Like, what would happen? You need to pick me up. Thank you. This truly is the best Ganondorf we've seen, though. Like, before this, I'm impartial to Ocarina of Time, obviously. I think it's a masterpiece of a game. And Wind Waker is my third favorite Zelda game. So I'm also impartial to that one. But Twilight Princess is objectively the best Ganondorf we've ever seen up until now. Twilight Princess Ganondorf had the most character, by far the best design up until now. Now it's a debate. I'm not going to say this one for sure, but now it's an actual debate. Twilight Princess Ganondorf was fantastic. It's one down. Two down, I should say. Hey. I wasn't done yet. Oh, hey, while we're in the middle of it. Well, I got the entire group here. I got Link, I got Zelda, I have Ganondorf. Just let me say, give it up for day 15, ladies and gentlemen. The day is upon us, the holiest day of the month. Yes, sir. I don't want to, you know, lose it mid-shot here. I'd rather just, I'd rather just, Zelda, need a ride. Yeah, so my running theory is the events of this game stop the reincarnation of Zelda and Ganondorf. It's probably wrong, but just using, I shouldn't say certain logic, because I'm not exactly certain of all the rules, but like, if the rules are what I'm thinking they might be, it's a pretty sound theory. Ah. Went a little too crazy there. Just realized those are eyeballs. Alright, now we can lose a bow mid-air, because we're... Fuck you. Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, this is the easiest portion of the battle, but this is epic. Again, unless something changes. Slow down. I wasn't done with you. Yeah. Done moving now? Not using a diamond, that's for sure. Need a Gibdo bone. Hope that one's done, isn't it? Yep. Have a quick meal here midair. Few things I love more than attaching a Gibdo bone to the end of an arrow on this game. It is very OP. Zelda. Need to pick me up ASAP. Good catch. Ganon, buddy, you have not hit me once yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say skill issue. Now this is gonna be OP. Yeah, that's OP. Did I hit it? Yep. Could have been using that from the beginning, but that would have made it almost too easy. So now it's the face, right? Oh my. Oh my. The rot consumes. Shit looks like New York last week. Uh-oh. Eat bomb? Nope, that ain't it. What are you doing above me? I don't like that. Zelda, help! Thank you. Alright, so we need to aim for his head. I barely even know how to fly without my best friend Tulin. Oh, wait. I don't know if we want to shoot this. I think what we want to do... Maybe land on it, and let's see what happens when we shoot it. Yeah, I figured that would work, because... Technically, you can beat this game without the Master Sword, probably. All hail the little bow. Can we land on him and swipe at it with the sword? Oh! That's the exact way I'd want to finish the job. How's it on his forehead if he ate it? Yes! Stunt on these hoes! And Tulin catches him. No, I knew the light dragon would catch him. Hey, Ganondorf, I think you had a little, you're bleeding a little bit, like right here, and like right here, and then like right here, and you might want to get that looked at. My goodness. Well, that had to have destroyed the castle. No shit, Sherlock. Oh my goodness, that was epic. My hand. My clothes. Alright, absolute silence for whatever's happening here. Yes. Please bring her back. Please tell me that's what this is. She does not deserve this. Oh no, I can't build things anymore. Is she back? Well, that's convenient. Just drop her from midair. I'm coming, princess. Although I support this decision, typically I don't like reversals like this. I truly do support this decision. But, like, they need to explain how this is possible after they specifically made it clear that it's impossible. Hell yeah, we got her. Cut to credits? That would kill any man 10 times over. So if that's where Zelda was going, we didn't need to catch her. Based on what this game has shown us beforehand, like leading up to this, she would have survived that fall if she just simply landed in water. I do need an explanation for how Zelda was able to be brought back, though, after they explicitly made it clear she was not able to return from that.
Link, how are you?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I was...
Don't eat it. Fi!
We reached you, after all.
Hi, Fi.
He's gone. The Demon King. I'm not in a dream, right?
I don't fucking know. You're asking the wrong person, Zelda.
Oh, Link, you really did it. But how am I...
I'm so happy Fi talked. I love Fi. We'll never see Fi again, but Fi was one of my favorite parts of Skyward Sword.
No, I understand.
Lay it on me, because I don't.
I had been sleeping all this time.
You got taller, too.
But when I felt something, like a warm, loving embrace, I woke up.
I guess that would be me.
Thank you. Link, I met such wonderful people. I saw Hyrule as it was. I have so much to tell you. So much happened. Oh, Link, I'm home.
Complete. Oh, nice. No Ed Sheeran jump scare on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. Alright, so all that theory I was babbling on about in the middle of the battle is just shot to shit because Zelda's back now. As she should be. I would... It would have made more sense for them to completely kill off Link than it would have been for Zelda. Because, you know, the spirit of the hero will just reincarnate. But, like, Zelda gave up her body. To me, that just sounds like, you know, she can't be reincarnated again. Alright, so I have thoughts. I still need some more explanation on exactly what happened at the end there. I understand what happened, but I don't understand how it was able to happen. But beyond that, this is... I've been saying it for a month now. I've never had more fun playing a game than I had playing this one. Previously, Breath of the Wild was my favorite first playthrough of a game I've ever had. Now, this one is. And it... absolutely coolin'! And it absolutely blew it out of the water. The story was fantastic. This was the best... No. Second best Zelda we've ever had. No. Best Zelda we've ever had. Skyward Sword Zelda might have had a better story, but... And Ocarina of Time Zelda is pretty epic as well. But no Zelda fought harder and better than this one did right here. This is, at the very least, tied for the best Ganondorf we've ever had. Like I said, Twilight Princess was the best design and best story-wise for Ganondorf that we've ever seen up until this point. But giving him voice acting and actually giving him a ton of dialogue in this game, and a bit of a backstory, that just took him to a whole nother level. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, I guess I pushed him to his limit. He was on the brink of death, so he ate the stone. So I guess that makes sense. I won't read too much into that. Now, I get to watch a bunch of theory videos about where this fits on the timeline. Obviously, everything that came before this is known as the period of legend. So, that gigantic collection I have over there that's filled with Zelda games, all of it is known as the Time of Legend. All three timelines. But part of me is still convinced. I mean, the loop theory is shot to shit now. That doesn't happen. That can't happen. But the idea of it being a prequel is still very much alive. As in, it happened before Skyward Sword. Like, he would be the first Ganondorf, and then that Ganondorf becomes Demise and then curses. That could make sense. The fact that Rauru said he founded Hyrule as well, that right there also makes me think it's a prequel, because I don't know, unless he found it above the ground of Hyrule, but I don't know, I'm convinced the Hyrule he was on was underground. I really don't know. I have to watch videos. I'm thinking. I am simply thinking. If I were a betting man right now, I'd say that's probably too deep for Nintendo, and it's definitely a sequel. Part of me thinks it could also be just a straight-up timeline reset. Like, everything else kind of happened, but so many years passed that stuff, there's not even a shred of it, of those events happening, like not even a shred of evidence of them happening, I should say. It's just all legend. And this was something of a soft timeline reset. Because to be honest, the Zelda timeline's very confusing. You know, you got your main timeline, which I'm convinced, before this game at least, I was convinced Breath of the Wild was on the child timeline. But I'm not so sure anymore. That was my theory, just because there's a cutscene in Breath of the Wild where Zelda says, whether through sky or time or twilight. So obviously the start of the timeline, the split of the timeline, and then the game where Ganondorf appeared on that timeline. She did not mention a hero of whatever, I don't even know what the Fallen timeline would be. I don't know what those heroes are called. And a hero of wind was not mentioned. Because that's on the adult timeline. I'm just using this time with the credits rolling. I mean, I know I can skip them, I'm very aware of that, but I'm unloading my immediate thoughts. That's what I'm using this time for. Tulin! So I see there's, based on the order in which they all talk, there's an order the game wanted me to do these in. And honestly, it's probably an order of how useful their abilities are, too. It wanted me to do Rito first. I mostly did it in order. I just flip-flopped the Gorons and the Zoras, because I love the Zoras. What if they brought Zelda back and Link just dropped her? I can't believe Tulin beat Colgera by himself, too. Like, I could buy Sidon, beating the Sludge Monster by himself. That's honestly an easy clap. Riju's a badass warrior. I'd take her one-on-one versus the Gibdo Queen. Marbled Goma versus, Yunoba. That's kind of a 50-50. But man, oh man. My guy Tulin just defeated Colgera on his own. Okay. So obviously, since the Light Dragon has collectibles associated with her, what's going to happen here is it's going to take me back to before I battled the final boss. But the fact that Zelda comes back makes me less sad. Ooh, shush, there's more. It's Minoru. And Zelda. And Link. And Sidon and Riju. And Yunobo and Tulin!
I can't believe such an
and
impressive
Purah.
landmass can float in the sky. Just when I thought I'd started to figure the Zonai out.
Everyone. I am glad I was able to bring you all here. I wanted to share this view of Hyrule with all of you.
Whoa. I've never been this far up before, Goro.
Wow, what a sight it is. And Zelda, you were roaming the skies all along?
Yes, although I don't really remember. I never thought I would actually stand here again.
This is only a theory, but...
She has theories too.
Roru's power of light, and Sonia's time power. For Zelda to transform back, they both must have channeled their abilities through you, Link.
I see.
I'll give it to him. That makes sense. They gave me the explanation. They did not leave it as a plot hole. I give them credit.
Now it seems it is my time.
I didn't eat the pizza. Damn it.
Do not worry. You have overcome the burden my era left to you. You have proven yourself, and you no longer need me.
Okay, see ya.
I know I can move on, join Rauru and the others, and the world will be safe.
Hi, Tulin. Hi, Tulin! Speak your mind, King. Oh, I guess not. Okay, never mind. I got my hopes up. I thought he was gonna say something.
Those of us gathered here
What the fuck?
swear on our lives to support Princess Zelda and... to support Princess Zelda and seek Hyrule the land of Hyrule.
Well, that's how they know. Because... yeah.
Rauru and Sonia will be happy to hear of this.
But Minoru...
And now let them know just how much you care. Thank you, Lord.
Well, there goes my Megazord. Heartburn?
King Rauru, Queen Sonia, Minoru. The ancient sages. They wished not only to save Hyrule from the Demon King, but for it to see eternal peace.
It never does. We'll do our best.
I will dedicate myself to that goal. Now, and for all time. My friends, with all of your strength, stand with me.
Yay, Tulin! We did it! This is the best game I've ever played. Alright, where do I see my completion percentage? Must be in-game. So this was our last save. So obviously we go back to before there. So we can continue farming stuff off of Zelda. Well, we have all the profiles now. So that gave me his profile. Deku tree. So those are complete. So how exactly do I know here? Options? I want to know my percentage and where I'm at here. Alright, I'm gonna have to Google it, because I don't know. I want to know, I want to know where to see my percentage. Where to see percentage complete. On the right side of the world map above the daytime. But I don't see it. I most certainly do not see it. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Oh, if that isn't the most on-brand thing for me ever. I am 50% done. Strive for mediocrity, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do it any other way. Go exactly halfway and don't go any further. That's how we do it here. Cess knows. Cess knows I'm always middle of the pack with everything. Now that's a terrifying thought. Let's go take a look at this right here. That's a lot of time. And that was only 50% of it. You just missed me fighting Ganon. I just finished it. And let me tell you, was it a doozy? This game's a masterpiece, Chandler. Oh my goodness. So I guess on that note, let me figure out what... Because I have some time. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. I don't think I want to delve into anything super deep. Yeah, it was a doozy. It was everything about it was perfect. What a fantastic story, what a fantastic game. Alright, let's see. So it's about 9 o'clock now. I got another 30-40 minutes. That way I can catch up on some sleep for tomorrow. I'll end up pushing it to like 10 o'clock like I always do, because that's just the way I am. But we're not going to do anything complicated. No more... We accomplished our goal here. There's some areas that I was sadly not able to explore beforehand that I really wanted to. So I think we're going to do that. We're not going to do the mazes yet. I should really unlock this shrine. This is kind of like a dead zone here. Otherwise. Let's see if I remember that one. Maybe we'll do that and then explore some areas. Shrine quests. This one, right? I'm gonna assume I already know what the giant horse is. He wants to see it, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I inherited it from Breath of the Wild. Well, actually, we'll do that another time. Let's explore. We're going to start with an area that I really enjoyed exploring in Breath of the Wild that I haven't visited yet, and that is right here. Oh boy, this is truly a historic day, by the way. Let me make this clear. I mean, of course, I need to let things sit and marinate a little bit more. I need some time to think about it. But I've been saying it for a month now, and I feel even more sure of it now that this is the best game I've ever played. It's the most I've ever enjoyed a game on a first playthrough at the very least, and there's still endless content in here for me to enjoy. So you guys have witnessed the dethroning of one Paper Mario from the top of the list. I never thought I'd see the day. But there's still time for that to change. It's 6 months from now I could be more tempted to revisit Paper Mario than this game. You never know. But right now this game is at the top. And like I said, I don't say that lightly. Because Paper Mario means so much to me. I'll even put it above Metroid Prime. Not at the same level as Paper Mario for me, but still. It's up there. Alright, anyway, enough with me rambling. We'll get into theories as I stream this game here and there in the future. Right now, just no thoughts, just exploration. Now, we're gonna do our best to explore as much as we can here. I know there's ways to... Well, there's a way to... Like, we're gonna explore for shrines, essentially, and just, in general, things. We're gonna explore for stuff. And... So, wherever there's a light route underground, there's a shrine above ground and vice versa. Uh-oh. Apologies, excuse me. That being said, I have more light routes right now, probably, than I do shrines. I could just use the light roots to find the shrines and be done with it. But I don't want to do it that way. I feel like that would ruin the experience of exploration for me. Now, I'm willing to do that in the reverse way. I have used shrines to find light roots on multiple occasions. It's probably how I found about, actually no, more than half of them. I have no issue doing that. But I just want to find shrines via as much blind exploration as I can. And then towards the end, you know, in my free time, I'm gonna put on the sensor. But I don't want to use the sensor right now. I wish I didn't use it as much in Breath of the Wild, and I regret it. So, we're not going to use it here. This was a cool area in the first game. Oh. I should know better. I should know better. They were trees. They were trees. Good shot, Tulin. I am so proud of Tulin, by the way. My guy killed it in the final battle. I think I care that my royal bow is badly damaged. Nice teamwork, Tulin. We are the dream team. So I wonder what they factor into 100%. I'm gonna imagine everything. So we are heading... No, stop turning around. There. Why does he keep turning around like that? That's weird. Anyway. What was I just saying? I don't even know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'd imagine it includes everything. But certain things might outweigh others, like side quests or shrines completed. I'm gonna imagine shrines completed are important. I don't even know if I want to complete the shrines though, because it takes away the remaining challenges of like combat and stuff. Although, of course, I could just collect the things and not upgrade my hearts. I could do that. You saw nothing. You saw nothing too. Gotcha, bitch. Tulin headshot. It's terrible reaction time. Let's just explore some of my favorite areas. This being one of them. This was one of the areas I visited first in Breath of the Wild. I vividly remember it, and I was so underpowered at the time. Because, you know, it's close to Kakariko Village, it's sort of near the Zora's domain. I was not ready, to say the least. Yeah, fuck it. Have a nice swim. What was that? Oh, just his weapons, okay. That's fine. Oh, excuse me. Oh. A shrine. But what we need to do is find the stone. Because it's missing that. I kind of have a feeling where it is. My exploration senses are tingling. And this game really likes to hide caves behind waterfalls. Oh, that's weird placement for a Yiga member. Okay, goodbye. Oh, shit. I am in water. Might as well use all these weapons I made for something since I get them all back now. After just wasting them all on Ganon. Well, I shouldn't say wasting, like, I get them back, so... Be nice if this guy could get out of the water. I'm probably gonna shock myself here. Nope, I didn't. Come on, come get some. Good shot, Tool, and we'll take them down together. Who needs weapons? We have arrows. We got arrows out the ass. There we go. Like I said, silver Los Alpos are not very hard to find. Not like it mattered, I got all my loot back anyway. Ooh, that's a new cave. Well, they didn't put it behind the waterfall this time, it looks like. But this is The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, wow. So there's definitely a Korok seed back there. Oh, there is something back here. Hot diggity damn. Just an alternate entrance, yeah. So yeah, I was right. You know, Bo. Wakey, wakey. Whoops. Aha! As expected. There is something back there. I saw a mushroom back there. That's what gave one of the treasures away for me. Oh my goodness. That's bad. Let's see. Let's see what we can do to piss this guy off. Yeah. Because let it be known, there's still stuff that we have to find. Not tonight, obviously, but I'm still one piece short on the Fierce Deity. And I refuse to get the quest. I want to find blindly, just like I found the other two. Rule number 1 of this game, ladies and gentlemen, always check behind every single waterfall. It does not matter if you already went inside of a waterfall and you find another waterfall inside of that waterfall. There's probably something behind that waterfall too. And it doesn't matter if you check that other waterfall, because there's a good chance there's something behind the second waterfall as well. Good shield. Alright, I'm not going to grab that yet, because there's another pathway here. And this is... something? Well, here, blow this up first. There is not another pathway. Okay. Feels like it might be a Korok seed of some sort. I don't know, though. We'll keep it in mind. Yeah, obviously this is my ticket out of here. Step it up, Link. There you go. Good job. Alright, let's fuse that before we start. We're drifting off. Just attach it dead center. I shouldn't need any more than a rocket here. Just basically my story. The story of my entire playthrough of this game is you shouldn't need anything more than a rocket. Oh no. We needed more than a rocket, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we can still do this, though. Watch this. We don't even need this thing anymore. There we go. Just shake it off. Shake it off. What? Excuse me? That sounds like an Aracuda, I think. Tulin will take care of it. Yeah, Tulin already took care of it. That's my favorite little bird. Let's see. Toss it, Link. Good job. Can always rely on Tulin. That, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the certainties of life. That's a Korok seed behind there. We'll grab that in a sec. Oh! Oh! My intuition was wrong. This is probably a Raru's blessing. So we'll go run in and grab it quick. A lot of the ones like that, the challenge is in the shrine itself. Yeah, it's a blessing. Raru's blessing. I still have theories about the story that I won't go super in-depth on right now, because now I've reached the point where I need to watch theory videos that are pieced together by people who are much smarter than I am. And while I know my Zelda lore, I haven't played every single game. I'm not an expert on it. Definitely not an expert. There are people out there who are experts. I'm muting quick because I gotta blow my nose. Nothing like those late night allergies, am I right? We're back. So that's where we go now, right? Yeah. Yep. We could have just ascended there, but I try not to. Unless I have to, you know. Just feels more authentic, more adventurous to do it in a natural way, to simply just walk up the stairs. I feel like there's something up here. It's gotta be. There's not a Korok seat up here. Okay. I've been proven wrong again. I mean, there could be a Korok seat anywhere on here, really, but... Give me a boost, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we won't get super in-depth Korok hunting right now, but we will take whatever comes to us, of course. Right now it's just about visiting a couple areas that I had neglected in this game that I loved in the previous game. What is that new, or is that... Sure as hell gonna find out. Fuck you. This little landing here intrigues me. It made me think something might be up there. This has to be new. Yep, thought so. So hold on a sec. The existence of an east cave and a south cave implies the existence of a north cave and a west cave. At the very least a west cave, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I've been like right on that like 50% of the time only. Piss. What? Link, when I press A, just grab it. Yeah, I see you there. You aren't slick. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm not ending the stream now. I still got another 20-30 minutes to go. I know I said Paper Mario stream this weekend. I might have to postpone it one more week. Obviously, I thoroughly enjoyed this playthrough, but right now I'm leaning towards, with the amount of time I have spent streaming over the past 3 weeks now, I have streamed 5 or 6 days a week. I might just take this weekend off. Like, I'm gonna be gaming, like, but I just... You know, one of those, even though you're enjoying what you're doing, you can still get burnt out from it. And that's where I'm at right now, so this might be a weekend off for me. There might be something brief on Saturday, but beyond that, there probably won't be a stream Sunday. And actually, yeah, Sunday's Father's Day. There won't be a stream Sunday. I'll be busy. Eat this. Oh, that's tragic. Tomorrow, I don't think tomorrow there won't be a stream. There might be something brief on Saturday, but, you know, what's it called? A Paper Mario randomizer that's guaranteed to take me at least 4 hours. I don't have the energy for it right now. I spent a lot of time streaming. That's the best way I can say it. I need a couple days off. Or at least some days where it doesn't consume the entire day. You know, I have other things I need to do, for lack of a better way of saying it. So yeah. But that being said, Paper Mario will absolutely be next weekend, without a doubt. That way, because I haven't played a randomizer in a while, I gotta refresh myself. This game I'm gonna take a break from for a few days. Play some Strikers and Paper Mario for the most part in my free time. And then come back better than ever and more energized than ever, above all else. So that's the plan for the next couple days. There might be a brief stream Saturday, but that's about it. There won't be one Sunday, there won't be one tomorrow. I need to unwind. Take it over a rusty claymore, that's for sure. And this won't be the last time I stream this either. There's a very good chance I'll stream that this during the week next week. Once or twice, maybe. Not the 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 days I've been doing. I gotta slow down on that. That was partially because I was addicted to this game. But, you know, you can't go too crazy. This is an expansive cave. Oh, I want to at least explore one more area before I end this stream. Give me the sweeper. That's deep, holy shit. I thought I would be able to grab that after the, Oh, that sucks. See if we can get that out of there somehow so I don't have to waste resources. Now's the fun part. I can sort of, you know, start experimenting with building stuff now. I wanted to avoid that as much as possible. As fun as it is, it doesn't feel exactly authentic. Sometimes. Yeah, I'm not getting that out of there. That's too deep. I'm an idiot. I'll have to build another one and then I'll just rip them off. Another sweeper. I think I realized the design flaw in this thing. Because the way that works, if it just trips on a rock, the rockets will propel it downward. So this needs to be somewhere more centralized. Like right here. And now I think we're in business. This thing was a little less wide, that would be great. But hey, what am I complaining for? I'm the one that built it. Excuse me. Come on, don't hug the wall. And I can't do what I want to do. Do it. Boom! Let's go! Wiped out the boss. Textbook, just like we drew it up. Now we're talking. Simple design, but it works. Alright, so what else is in here? There's a shrine in here, no shit. You could get lost in any area in this game for hours. Any area. Yeah, no, it's... Right now I'm fighting, what's the word for it? I guess I gotta not let nostalgia talk. I have nostalgia for Paper Mario, and it twists my opinion of it a bit. Same thing with Metroid Prime, same thing with a few other games that are masterpieces, but I need to look at things objectively. Were those games revolutionary for their time? Yes. This game feels revolutionary for its time. I've never played a game with this much content in it for $70. Never. Specifically, this much content that I was inspired to actually, you know, partake in. You know, there's a lot of games where the side quests just feel tedious and pointless. Not here. There have been a couple disappointments. They're not all perfect. Don't get me wrong. But at the very least, they all felt somewhat rewarding. Fuck you. Where's the slip resistance shit? I hate that. The fact that you can have maximum slip resistance and still slip, I really don't like that. Oh, I didn't have to climb. There was another entrance. Oh well. I have a feeling this one could be a blessing too, but I don't know. This one, depends. It's a blessing. So there's probably a side quest attached to it that I haven't discovered yet. Once again, it just feels better when you explore it by yourself. Like, it's when you get those maps up in the sky too and they tell you where they are in the depths. I had 3 separate instances in this game where it said, you've already found this treasure. And it's a very rewarding feeling. At least for me it is. I'm weird like that. I love random, pointless exploration. I'm a big escapism guy, and this game is peak escapism. That's why I don't give a shit about realistic graphics. Give me a good art style, give me good design, like this game. That's all I care about. I don't play video games for the realisticness of it. I play video games to escape from real life. As a stress reliever. I could care less how realistic it is. The less realistic, the better. In a sense, of course. Change clothes again. In my free time, I'll definitely be boosting up my gear a little bit here too to make some of them more usable. Alright, so there was still a couple more caves off to the side. I've been in this cave for like what feels like 30 minutes. You can get lost anywhere in this game. I should still have time to explore one more area, or at least part of one more area. And I already know which area that's going to be. Because I already know, unfortunately, there's 2 shrines down it. I prefer, again, finding that stuff randomly, but Sometimes that's not how it works. So I already went up this one. There's another one that I saw an enemy down though. Right there, probably. Yeah. Oh, it's just a like. Oh shit, it's a whole nother... My goodness, this game. This is one of the better places to farm valuable stones, too. Can't remember the last time I found this many in one spot. I want that bomb. Oh, we're gonna get deposited in the bay, aren't we? That's an area I want to explore as well. I had to skip this just because of time constraints, but this was a fun area in the last game, so I'm sure it is in this one too. But that's not the second area we're exploring today. Watch every single little nook and cranny. Anything can be hidden anywhere. Back here, you little shit. Yeah, we're in the bay. How about that? Fire Lake. Let me go back here quick. I'm assuming I can ascend from there. That way we get the full scope of this area, exploration-wise, before we leave it for it. There's another plane up there that I didn't fully... Oh, man. Where'd this congestion come from? Christ. Let's see. I'm sure I can ascend from here. We can get up. Good. I just have a feeling there's a Korok seed over here. It's really the only reason I'm here. Oh, he's awake. Good for him. Major snowfield. I should explore that a little bit more in depth too, but that's a project for another day. I really wanted to explore the Nehru Promenade. That's just been calling out to me for a week now, and never got around to it. Korok seed, as expected. If there's a location on this map and it has a name, there's probably a Korok seed there. Let's see. What exactly are we looking at here? Oh, I see. Simple building. Yeah, haha. You too, little buddy. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's the #1 rule? You see a waterfall, you check behind it. I don't think there's anything behind this one. Okay, that's a rarity, to be honest. Hi, Zelda. Makes me so much happier to know that you were, you returned to your true form after this. Yep, there is most definitely nothing back there. Okay. Alright, now we're going to the other area we want to explore. And yep, it would be this. I don't think this was flooded with water last time. Because I took a different way to Gerudo. I just, you know, glided in. Because I'm not a huge fan of exploring the desert. That is the most mid aspect of this game. Probably the only mid aspect of this game. And they made it even more of a pain in the ass this time around. What are you going to do? But the pathway there kicks ass. And I haven't properly explored it yet. Tutsu Shrine. Yes, I could take the car, but no. Oh no, I feel it coming again. In the words of the weekend, I feel it coming. And it would be a sneeze. It passed. Hey, buddy. I didn't necessarily need to do that, but I stock up on these two because I feel like they'll be important for something eventually. Plus, they're just good things to have. Now we're gonna walk, actually. Do I got anything that speeds me up? Yeah. So I don't think it's... That area is not really designed for a horse anyway. Up we go. Alright, yeah, we're gonna push it till 10 o'clock. Just so I can get a good, thorough exploration of this area. For most of it, at least. No. I don't feel like battling them right now. What would they be disguised as, though? Probably the rock and the bushes, I guess. Oh, we have a fight on our hands here. If we choose so, at least. And I am gonna choose so. Goddamn beam emitter shields. Do I have that? I do. Okay. Ooh, that hurts. It's not time yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna end the stream with that, as a matter of fact. Christ, man. Hmm. Cool. I still have yet to find cannons in this game. I probably have and just didn't realize, but I'd imagine they're somewhat rare. They're a pretty good weapon to have. Putting Yunobo back on his nap here. Another thing I need to do, dedicate a stream to just exploring the sky. I spent more than half my time in the depths, and the majority of the rest of it on the mainland. I did not spend much time in the sky at all. Aha! Just felt like, you know, just another intuition. Just, it was there. Just felt it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what was that over there? That's what we call a waterfall. And we know the #1 rule, right? At this point, we have to. At this point, if you don't know the #1 rule, you're slacking. Oh, fuck you. I could have done this better. Hey, how about fuck off? Forgot how low on health I was there, 2Gs. I see something. At the very least, there's got to be a Korok seed back here. Definitely no entrance to a cave. There might actually be nothing back here. Well, hum diddly dee. not what I meant to do. Shit. This is terrible execution on my part, by the way. Do I have anything else? I do have one more thing to replenish stamina. That's good. So I'm gonna need it. I need every bit of it. I got quite a few, actually. We're good. Nothing like a mid-swim meal. Oh, fuck you. Christ. Yeah, that's right. Sit down. Okay. Alright, 9 minutes left. Let's see how much of this we can get done. Oh, maybe that one has a cannon. I see a Zonai dispenser device thingamajigger. Oh, hi. Mini stable. I knew this was here. I just forgot about it. I'm a stable member, buddy. Trust me. I have Zelda's horse there. I have the horse god there. I have the gigantic black and red horse. Hell yeah, man. I respect that. No matter what, he sticks by the horses. What's all this? What's fascinating? Good day. And that's another thing I'm going to do eventually. An entire stream, probably just to... Or dedicate stream time, I should say. I won't take up the whole stream. To investigating the desert. Because I haven't properly done it. Even in the previous games. Never appealed to me. Back to the main story, though, there are still a couple more things that I'll have to, I guess, watch videos on to get answers on. For example, exactly how the Sky Islands exist up there. Like, were they there the whole time, or did they just appear? They seem to have just appeared. Same thing with the depths. I need backstory on the depths desperately. And the Sky Islands, I almost just need, like, logic in a sense. Like, because it seems like Zonai's old civilization is above ground and below ground, but not the main ground. Let's see what's in this one. Please tell me cannons are here. I don't think I see cannons. No, I don't. Oh, you have a source of stakes now. I still don't really have a source of cannons, though. We're going to spend the better part of this stream distracted, and we are not going to get down the main path to Gerudo Town today. No, definitely not. This will be the last thing I do investigating this area over here. Then I'm peacing out. Ending one of my favorite streams of all time, because this game was a masterpiece. The ending was fantastic. I'm just blown away. Alright, so there's nothing up there. What we need is Zora attire now. So we can do this properly. Another cave. I have not explored the mine down there. See, there's still so much for me to explore. It's just bonkers. How much there is to do here. Like, you can't schedule anything because you'll find something to distract you every 5 minutes. And I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. I really wouldn't. So that must be the entrance on the other side. Yeah. Nice, solid find there. Fighting the current. That feels like a shortcut. But I don't know, if we could always walk back and then, you know, yeah, we're good. Alright, so this is where this one's gonna end at. Man, oh man, I'd say more, but I've already said everything that there is to say. What an ending, what a game. This won't be the last time I stream this. Expect one of these per week still. I'm gonna try to stretch out my interest in this game as long as I can. So, immediate future, expect this to be a weekend off. It's much needed for me. It really is. Like I said, it's over the past 21 days, I think I've streamed 17 of them, I want to say. That's a lot. It's, so I need a cool down weekend to just do some other stuff, because this has been taking up all my free time. And rightfully so, but now I've beaten the game. Which means, yeah, so the next 3 days, don't expect any action on my end. Maybe Saturday, but probably not. Next week, though, expect 3 streams, I would say. Monday or Tuesday. I'd say more likely Tuesday, Thursday, and then probably a Saturday stream. Saturday or Sunday, you could pencil in the Paper Mario randomizer. Thursday or Friday, one of those two, it'll be Strikers. And then Tuesday, I might do this game again. So next stream, probably Tuesday. Gives me a nice cooldown period, catch up on things, do some stuff, you know. But yeah, this was a blast. I wish I could experience it for the first time again. I really do. And who am I kidding? I'm not done experiencing this for the first time. Look at all this map here. There's still so much I haven't touched. There's still so much down here I haven't touched. I've barely even touched up here, even though it kind of looks like I have. But I haven't. The journey's not over yet. Just the main journey is. Alright. Now, let's end this stream and this main playthrough exactly how it should be ended. Ladies and gentlemen, it is pizza time. All right. And on that note, adios, friends. Have a good one.